dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Welcome everyone to this really breaking Spurs news tonight. I was just chilling out, relaxing, having a lovely Thursday evening, as you do. Sitting there having a nice lolly I was at the time. And then suddenly my phone went bleep and I got a text, got something dropped on my phone from my source. So I rang him and he told me, I rang Philip Brady, who was getting out of the shower at the time. He said, sorry, Dermot, I can't come on. Rung up Ellie. Ellie said, Dermot, give me 5 minutes. I'm going to put a bit of lipstick on, a bit of makeup, wear my hat, and I'm there. So, yeah, good evening. Hello. Welcome to Thfc tonight, home of Tottenham past, present, and I don't know, after tonight, Ellie, a very depressing future, I think. Yeah, as you can see, it's breaking Harry Kane news. So what we're going to do is we're going to welcome people into the chat. We're going to keep you in suspense a bit longer. Say hello to everyone who's came in. We're going to read you what I put up earlier, and then we're going to bring in the breaking news, and then we're going to spend about 5 or 10 minutes talking about it, and then we're going to end it there. So that is the plan. And of course, then we're back tomorrow. Me and Ellie are back tomorrow for Newsbeat. We may even go on earlier if this news carries on. But anyway, let's see who's in tonight. We've got the disabled team. Good evening, everyone. We've got Daniela Zito. Evening. We've got Drula. I feel sick. Oh, have you got a bug? Or is that because of the Harry Kane breaking news? Okay. We've got Lewis in. I think Kane is gone. Might not be. Might not be. Lewis, Lisa, big up Lisa from Mexico. Oh no, I have a bad feeling in my stomach. Very late for you all over there. Yeah, it's 11:15 at night. Shamu, big up Shamu Van D Vu. Says 85 million. If Rice is 105, we should get at least 90. Who else is in? We've got Carl Simpson. Time to get used to life without Kane. The £100 is being hit tomorrow by Bayern, and Levy will sell. Let's just hope we'll get here. We go on players coming in sharpish. I think we will. We've got big up Terry White. Yeah. Don't know who this THFC till I die fella is. He keeps coming in every show. Some idiot, I think. Yeah, I don't know who he is. Should we block him, Melly? Should we put him on timeout?
Yeah, put him on timeout.
Do you know what? I can't actually. We've got El Tel Cockerel.
Yes.
Evening. What's crackling? Big up. Oh, cracker-lacking. Selling Kane on his birthday. What a great gift. We don't know that yet. God, everyone's just assuming, Ellie.
Yeah.
He says, hi to Dermot and Ellie. We've got Carl Simpson. Even this is a balls up. Should have got the plays in needed for selling Kane. Look, we don't know. Peter M. I look forward to the day Kane leaves this stops and we can get on with real life. We have enough strikers to survive right now, and Kane money should go to shoring up the defence with top centre-backs. Who else we've got? Wayne Bonner. Evening, oh, what's the crack? I don't know. What's the crack for you?
What's the crack? I like it.
Yeah, big up Wayne. Big up Hog God 10. Hi, hello everyone. I'm actually shocked how many people are in.
Oh God, yeah. I'm shocked how many people are still up.
Yeah, 47 are still up. Wow.
Big up,
Liam. Do you think we will get a Victor Nelson or other centre halves? That is not long late. I'll go back into that in a minute. We've got DJ Green Alert. Hello, Dermanelli again. We've got Jessica.
That guy.
Been out tonight. What's the transfer news, please? Jessica, let us know where you've been. Hope you've had a good night. You're not too merry, but we'll tell you in a minute. We've got Liam with the loads of Ireland. Big up.
Yes.
We've got Carl Jeffries. Haven't seen you before, sir, so welcome. Please hit that like button, subscription button. Harry Kane is going nowhere. We've got David Clark, my nemesis. Big up, David. Bayern Munich executives asked for a meeting some weeks ago. Levy courteously gave them a meeting, which concluded in Zelby not even giving them a figure that he would accept. Well, there's another meeting tomorrow, David. I know you don't believe Itonos and my source or anybody else's source, but we did break news earlier about, I forget which news. We said it first earlier, and then Fabrizio Romero broke it about an hour ago. So we're even ahead of him. So there you go. We've got Hasper TV. Big up Hasper. Have you listen, Hasper? Get in touch with myself or Ellie. We'll get you one for a podcast or a debate show one Saturday. So please get in touch with that. I think 85 million plus add-ons is fair. He's only had 1 year left and he's 30 years old. We have to send him now and not let him go for free. Yeah, and then Daniel Sanover, big up, just come in. What's happening? One love and Pete and them. I usually go to bed around 11:30. Just saw that notification. The Horlicks must wait.
Yeah, I was putting my Horlicks on as well, Peter.
VDV Anderson would be solid spy, to be honest. Then Ashley Williams as a third. Now, Ashley Williams is not a bad shout, but we will get into that. We've got big up to Lazy. And, sir, I've got to say to you, thank you so much for your email. Ellie, he has sent us pictures and everything for the new season.
Brilliant.
I am so...
He's a genius. He's a
There was earlier, wasn't I? I was like in awe of the pictures of watching it. I saw big up Lazy. It says, I go to sleep if I could, but I'm worried that Uncle Joe isn't going to pay back the bail bond I posted for him.
They're all right in America as well, because they're like 5 hours behind or 7 hours behind.
Yeah, well, let us know how you get on with that, actually, Lazy. If he doesn't, I'll send Ellie round to get the pay you back. Ellie and the 6 brothers.
7.
Ellie and Dave. Andrew Grogan, Byron officials find in for a meeting. We're leaving in the morning. Yeah, we know that. We need the circus to end. It's affecting everything. Phil Coy's big up Phil from the Phil Army. Dermot Ellie, it'd take 85 million plus add-ons to get it done. Then get these 2 centre-backs and the ball-winning midfielder. Spurs will still be here. Look, I'll get into that in a minute, Ellie. We have got David Clark. Bayern have now asked for another meeting with Levy. It's granted that the meeting on Friday, nobody knows apart from Bayern what the bid is going to be. So let's see what the well, it's going to be 100 million. 100. It's going to be over 100 to 105 million euros. So I don't know what that works out in UK pounds. DJ Green alert. Hello, Carl. And then we've got Carl Jeffrey. Centre backs needed. VDV. Yeah. And we've got Shamu. Big up Lazy 8. We've got Hog God 10 saying Kane plus Højbjerg for Kogo. Please. Now, look, Ellie, we're massive Højbjerg fans, but I love Kyogo from Celtic to come to us. I really would.
I like Amber.
I really would. Carl Jeffries, Nelson wants to come to Spurs. He does. We have Jessica. If we were spending, we mainly decided fullback to Porro can't defend. Neither can Reguilon. Might need a solid 6 yet. We do. Right. Okay, David's saying it's my feeling that Bayern are going to give Levy the same figure with a play thrown in. If that's the case, then Levy will turn it down. Well, we'll see what happens. Big up Daniel Lee. I feel like Spurs family are finally at the acceptance phase of dealing with the thought emotions of accepting game will go. We just need this to end so we can move on as a club. Daniel, listen, thank you for coming back in and thank you for what you said at the end of the show. We do, and look, me and Philip, we got into it wasn't a thing, but we had a very great show earlier. And Daniel, we do appreciate everything you come into the club. So big up, Daniel. It's great to see you in. Come on, it's the worst club secret. Right. Now, we're going to start with this, Ellie, right? Now, this is what we broke earlier. Now, open the Kane. Now, Kane is open now to do, what was it? Football.London understands that 3 options are remain open to Kane. Leave him big money, feed the summer, leave him for free in the summer 2024, sign a new contract. At some point this season, Kane has no plans to sign a new contract at the club, as we know. This, however, with the front man keen to see what happens under a new head coach and Postecoglou before he thinks about committing his future to his Ball Hill club. Then we broke this earlier, which is now being confirmed tonight.
Yep.
Now, Bayern Munich are saying that they want this done before the 6th of August, right? So they're going to put a £100 million bid for Harry Kane.
Wow.
Now, this is what's dropping tonight. Now, these are unconfirmed reports. I've been told by our source that it's 99 point something true. I've confirmed it, double confirmed it, triple confirmed it, but I had to put unconfirmed reports because I'm just trying to cover us. But the reports are that 100 million were going for Kane from a Premier League club, Manchester United, to attempt to steal the English striker away from much talked about move to Bayern Munich. It is not known if Kane will accept going to the Manchester club, but with his family and wife being pregnant, there is a high chance he may sign for the Red Devils. Ellie, what do you think to this?
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Because there's always been that factor that Daniel Levy doesn't want to sell to another Premiership club. So it's like it's come out of the blue in a way because they always were adamant that they weren't going to sell. So if that does go through, it's going to be like, do you know what? It's good for Harry Kane and his family, but I don't know, because it's going to be a bummer for Spurs because he's still in the Premier League, isn't he? Whereas if he goes to Bayern, he's out of our eyes, isn't he? He's in Germany.
Now, this does not rule out a move to Bayern, who are firmly in pole position as things stands. But do you know his wife being heavily pregnant, Ellie?
Yeah.
Do you know? I think if Man United need a striker. I was hearing today, Man United, the Man United manager is saying, "I need a striker. I need a striker." Harry Kane. Do you think? Look, if Bayern Munich don't come in with £100 million bid and Manchester United do you think Levy will have to accept the Man United bid?
I just read what Philip Brady said. He said something very interesting as well. I'll bring it up here.
Is this a false flag? No, Philip, it's not. And I'll explain in the morning why it's not. You're a bit way off base there, but I'll explain why. There's more I can't say. That's the problem. There's more I can't say on this.
Maybe Philip's had his Horlicks already. You never know.
No, I did speak to Philip. Big up Philip, though. But I understand where he's coming from. Yeah. I actually do. And I think it makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense.
It does make sense. But I know more to sort of justify that. But I know what he's up to. I do know he's up to. Yeah. But no, big up Philip. Look, I'm sorry I caught you late with this, mate, man. I would have loved to have you on this with Ellie, you, me, and Ellie ourselves. Yeah. But you know, the Godfather has to have his sleep. That is for sure. Wayne says, so what I'll do is I'll read this out again and then I'll see what he's put at the bottom. Philip, I know you're entitled to your opinion.
Do you know what Philip makes me laugh? I was thinking him up in the chat earlier.
I'm just telling you, Philip, there's something else I didn't tell you that I do know. So I need to tell you that, but I do understand what you're saying. Okay, so these like 100 million bid will go in for Manchester United. Now it's up to Kane if it's up to the club if they accept it or not, Ellie. But this is it hasn't broke. This is probably going to break tomorrow. Yeah, and it will be. So we're getting ahead of everyone. So anyway, that is the news. Let's see what everyone else has to say. We've got Jazz Fusion. Kane gets his cake and eats it too. Levy in the mud. Rejoice. Hate United, but loving this. Yeah, indeed. We have got Peter Rain. Kane to United is not like him going to say Chelsea, but playing for a direct live rival is not good. It's not a good look. Hope Bayern will have to cash the splash. Many men work abroad while wife is pregnant. Yeah, that is true. We've got spot on Jessica. The only players they want to get rid of, I don't want any of them. Interesting that Levy is supposed to be speaking to PSG, probably to get Bayern to pay his price, probably. Yeah. DJ Green, hello, Philip. I thought Levy will want more than £100 million from a Premier League club. Yeah, Philip and Todd. Yeah, I know, Philip. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Jessica, I just hope it's not 100 million plus Maguire.
No.
Oh God. Yeah, that's Ellie. What's your thoughts on all of this? Do you know it is? Look, I know it's late, and this news has just dropped, and I've just got this news now. What's your emotions telling you?
My emotions are quite mixed, actually, because you know my stance on Kane. I'm like with David Harris of the Irish Hotspur. I think we should build a team round him, not sell him. But the thing is that every player's got his day, hasn't it? And like you say, Dermot, that you say Spurs will go on after this. Well, we will. But we have, if we're going to do this, then we have to play hardball now and make sure that we do get these defenders in and also get a replacement for him as well. So it's going to cost us a lot of money. I think Levy's going to go and have a bit of Horlicks after this. He'll be having a lie down because he won't be able to cope with it.
Yeah. We've got Daniel Field, big up Ed Dermot and Ellie. We've got, oh God, Teddy Sheringham has come out publicly that we should sign Maguire. Yeah.
Yeah, but It's all opinions. It's opinions at the end of the day, isn't
okay,
it?
Ellie. Harry Maguire from Leicester City, if we signed him, would you have been happy with that?
Yeah, I would have. And Harry Maguire plays good for England as well. It's just like, I don't know whether he'll fit the system because he's not quick enough.
No. Maguire swap. United have a history of taking our players and winning trophies with them. Sharon and Berbatov, Carrick. Yeah, that's true. But the problem
and Terry Gibson back in the day, and Alan Brazil.
Man United can't pay 100 million and breach FFP rules. I think they can because I think they're getting some money in. So that's what I'm also hearing. They have actually got this ready they can bankroll this, if you know what I mean. We've got Premier Hospital TV. We've seen this before with the bail money. I'm not confident at all with this. No, I understand you. I actually do understand what you're saying from that.
We've got to be very careful with this money now.
Yeah, he did actually say, can we trust this lot with the Kane money? Can we?
I think so. Because you know what? I think I can trust them because I just feel like we have turned a little bit of a corner, especially getting Maddison. Because I never thought in a month of Sundays, that's a nice Irish term, isn't it?
Yeah.
That we'd get Maddison. So I'm really pleased with that signing. So anything can happen at our club. We've seen it all before, haven't we?
We have Jazz Fusion, centre back 6, right wing. All the greats belong to them. Yeah. Column says United are sending multiple players soon, so FFP won't be breached. I'm not happy about it simply because I want a younger striker.
Yeah.
Now that is interesting. That and Column, if nobody knows, is a Man United fan. So
you can't be experienced though, Column.
No.
I mean, you're going to get 25, 30 goals easily out of Kane, maybe even more.
Ellie, that's if he decides to go to United now.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Big up to Simon. Doc Jive, please get everyone over there. A really big supporter of this channel back in the day with all the old games we still use now and again on here. So big up. I hope you're doing well, Simon. We still got to get you on. We have promised this, so we still will get you on. But it says Levy has wasted Kane's time at Spurs. Yeah.
Do you know what I said, Dermot? Remember, I said, and I was a bit misunderstood. I said we've mucked him about a bit. What I meant by that is that we didn't buy the players all the time. Do you know, we bought one or two and then we stopped. Yeah, and then we bought Dross with the bail money, and then we didn't back Pochettino, you know, giving him that 18 months while we were building the ground. That's what I meant. David got me because he realised when I went on his show, on the fan show, I was telling him about it. So I just wanted to clarify that so that people don't think, I want to keep Kane, but it looks like we're resigned to losing him.
Yeah. Look, my opinion, before we get back to the chat, Ellie, is this. Look, he's got a year left in his contract. He either signs a new contract or we sell him. I don't want to sell Harry Kane either. Nobody wants to sell Harry Kane. But you got to look at it logically. You got to look at it smartly. Do we take a chance and let him leave in January for nothing, sign for another European club, and wait till summer and let him go to wherever he wants to go? Or do we take the money now, invest it into central defenders? And that big players have left us before, Ellie. Jimmy Greaves, Martin Shivers, Steve Archibald, Glenn Hoddle, Chris Waddle, Gaza, Gary Lineker. You know, all big players, and Spurs are still here. So look, none of us want to sell Harry Kane, but I think when you look at it with a year left in his contract, you've got to think about it logically too, don't you? Or am I missing the trick here?
What I would say to that though, Dermot, we have lost big players before, but it did weaken us. It did. So, you know, if you lose a big player or two in a season, it does weaken your top side. But the magic of Pochettino was that he got a lot of good players playing even better. Like there were some excellent players like Dembele as well.
Yeah.
And Modric. So he had a good squad there. We had a very talented squad and he just gelled everybody. But we do get weaker. You can't get stronger unless you replace them with equal players.
Look, it is what it is, Ellie. Look, we'll get back to the chat. Look, selling Kane is Levy's worst nightmare. Decades of merchandise, money down the loo, and every selling club trying to bend him over for a replacement. You think the centre back hunt has been bad?
Yeah, I think
Nick does make me laugh. Jessica says Maguire doesn't play good for England. He's a liability and gives away too many fouls in dangerous positions. He also doesn't fit Manchester. No, he doesn't. Carl, we've got Daniel Lee saying Hasbro TV with Fraser Campbell coming in as his last minute replacement. Remember them times? Surely if you can't get worse than that.
Fraser Campbell, I remember
that. Yeah, we're all watching Berbatov being at Man United, and we get Fraser Campbell. We're looking at him thinking,
we're seeing those brilliant goals he's scoring for Man United when he could be scoring them for us.
Yeah. I bet Maguire and Martial. Now, Martial, there's a player I wouldn't mind at Tottenham.
Yeah. He's had a few injuries, though. That's what I'm worried about. He's
had a few injuries, but I bet Maguire and Martial, etc., will be offered. The Godfather. I hope I haven't offended.
He hasn't got to bed yet.
No, I think he's sending his horse's head down to me now as we speak. He's got it in the courier bag. He says I can see. I actually think he's got a point here, with this comment. I can see the compromise that Levy will allow Kane to go, but only to Bayern.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I think United will put in the £100 million bid. Levy will go to Bayern Munich. Right, if you match that, you can have him. And you watch Bayern Munich match it. Do you know what? I think Philip's on the money here with that comment. I really do.
Philip, the Godfather, isn't he?
Yeah. I hope I've redeemed myself now in your eyes. Sell him to the highest bidder, even if it's a Premier League club, says Altel Cockerell. As we're not in the title race. Do you know what? We've so placed the Premier League clubs before. They have come back and bites in the arse some of the times. But look, we've got. Yeah, go on.
I was just going to say, look, we've got a Greek manager. I'm Greek, right? Us Greeks, look in the Euros, they wrote us off, and we won it, right? So don't underestimate the Greek manager. He can get the best out of those boys, and he'll tell Cockerell he's Spanish, so he knows the Mediterranean diet. You know what I mean? Come on,
I'm looking for a Greek. You said there was a Greek behind me, Ellie. I was looking for. Don't forget the Irish either. You never beat the Irish.
Greek will be knocking at your door in a minute.
Yeah, he will be. I've just seen what he sent me in the chat. The chat's ahead of the other screen. So I've just seen what Philip sent me. Big up United Spurs of America. Big up Jacob.
I was watching the stream earlier.
Let me know if you want to pop on for 5 minutes and get your thoughts.
Come on, Jacob.
Just put yes or no in the chat. I'll be able to see it as it's come up. So just let me know, and I'll get Ellie to send you the
link.
The link. We've got Jazz Fusion, correct, we've got Shamu. Oh no, I'm really worried for Levy losing a few $100 million when he's got that and more in the bank from fleecing us during the Champions League era. Oh,
Shamu makes me laugh.
FTSM column. Send them the link, Ellie. Can you?
Yeah. Okay.
Hi column. I get what you say, but Kane.
Put it from here.
Yeah, I'll do it for you. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Then
you send it to me and I'll send it to Jacob.
Yeah. Okay. Where's Ellie?
Come on.
Ellie.
Mr. United Spurs of America.
Lisa's saying, do you think if Bayern sell Maine, they will have the money for Kane that Levy wants? I pay that he goes to Bayern instead of United. And will literally be sick. Look, that is the rumour. That is what I was told, that the main money was to go towards the Harry Kane bid for Bayern Munich for Harry Kane. Now, we all know United, the Glazers will back Ten Hag. So Ten Hag's been for a striker. That I'm sort of going on Philip Brady's view here that this may be sort of a compromise to for Bayern to buy Harry Kane. I could see Kane telling Levy to F himself. Colin saying experience for 2 to 3 years before he gets regressed, a few lesser goes and gain the experience for 8-10 years. I know what I prefer. Yeah, exactly. We're going to start at the bottom and work our way up, Ellie, because there's so many people in. Everybody dance now. Bayern are only getting 35 million for Mane, sorry. If Pavard is part of the deal, I'd be happy though. I doubt he comes to Spurs. We don't know. We've got Carl Simpson, maybe has Spurs, but I watched Leicester turn up completely unfancied and win the league. Who says we cannot compete? And that's the thing. We can compete, Ellie. You look at Leicester. You look at teams. You look at I'm going back now to the early 80s. You look at Nottingham Forest that come up in the second division to win the first division. You look at Derby County did the same back in the 70s, came up from the second division to win the first division, and
we did it in the 50s as well.
Yeah, we did it back in 49, 50, 50, 51.
49, 50 and 50, 51,
Yeah, but you look at Forest in the early when they won their second division, the first division, they beat the mighty Liverpool, which Liverpool will win in everything. Let me bring in the man that can put anybody to sleep with his voice.
Raven.
Good evening.
Has Audiobooks actually been in touch with you yet?
Not yet. Still waiting for my agent to make the contacts, and then we'll get it sorted.
Yeah, we're doing.
How are y'all doing? Good to see you.
Good to you. Yeah. Thanks for coming on, Jacob. Look,
of course.
We won't be on for long, but I'd love to get you on. What do you think to this breaking Kane news? I'll bring it up again for you. About the breaking Kane news. So there, hang on. Let me take that comment off. So these are the reports. This is what I got told tonight. What do you think of it?
I think that currency symbol looks like pounds, and if it's 100 million pounds, that is exactly what I've been calling for and asking for if Bayern was ever legitimately serious about purchasing Harry Kane off of our hands, in my opinion. I don't think that okay, let me rephrase. I think that this is one of those moments where I say, you know what? Thank you, Levy, for not going the easy route, which is to sell Harry Kane for the 67 million pounds, because they were offering only like 80 million euros, which came out to less than 70 million pounds. And to me, that's more of an insult than an offer for your talisman. I mean, I understand they want to test the waters and see, but I appreciate whoever it was that said no. 100 million pounds. I think we got to take it. Add-ons, no add-ons. 100 million pounds was my asking price originally, and then as this saga has drawn on, I've sort of felt like, you know what, maybe I'll settle for 85 million pounds, not euros though, pounds, because we're going to use that money as pounds. So I want to know what it's worth in Tottenham's currency, which is pounds. So 100 million pounds, got to do it. Get it done, and then hopefully we have someone that Ange Postecoglou has been researching and has said, you know what, with this money I want Van de Ven, I want Harry Kane back up, and hopefully we get two center backs out of this deal if we are able to get it over the line. Two top center backs, like Van de Ven and another one.
Yeah, would you take Pavard as part of the deal as well?
Oh, absolutely. He's an absolutely fantastic player. People say he's world class. I'd take him. Whether he comes here is another story. I think it's one of those, like, would Laporte come here? Probably not. But maybe Pavard. I mean, how old is Pavard now? Maybe he's coming towards, Perisic is also considered world class. He's 27 years old. Right-footed defender. So he kind of occupies what looks to me, he occupies the same area as a right back or Christian Romero. So it'd be interesting if we did get him in. What happens there? Is that Romero's replacement, or is that we pushing Romero to the left? That'd be another question I ask. But there's a lot of options. If we feel like, hey, Wolfsburg's taking the mick out of us, and we need to look at other options. There's shout out Tyler, I think from the Irish Hotspur group. He mentioned a few people, and I really like the looks of a guy Felipe Relvas from Portimonense, or I don't know how you say it, some Portuguese team, and he's pretty young, pretty tall. His stats would suggest that he's very active, and he occupies the area in which we're looking for a defender. So I would hope that the club has some kind of contingency plan for a backup, and then two ways to majorly help this 11, which is an immediate starting center back and someone to either challenge for that left back spot or the left center back spot, or potentially push Romero. Like Tosin, if we get Tosin, that to me is not good enough, because Tosin to me, is a Romero backup. It's the way I see it. He's a guy that I would sign, and I'm not saying it's a bad signing. I would definitely take Tosin in to push Romero to be better and more responsible, maybe lead the line. But we still need someone to occupy that left center back. I think Ainge Postecoglou knows that. We've seen the different rotation in the starting 11, and I'm really curious to see what we're going to set up with. What, 9 days from now? 8 days from now? It's forever, forever away.
Look, we all want Harry Kane to stay, don't we? If we all really put our hands on our hearts, we all want him to stay. But look, my argument has been Jacob, and Ellie knows this, that a year left in his contract. I don't want to chance it to get to January where he can go for nothing or to Europe or summer, go anywhere he wants for nothing. So I think this would make a good bid. Look, Philip Brady's put in the chat, and I'll start with you, Ellie, and then I'll go you, Jacob. Yeah. Do you think this is a ruse to get Bayern Munich to pay the money that Levy wants? So it would have to be 120 million euro for 100 million pounds.
Yeah, it looks that way, doesn't it? But you don't know, because what goes on behind closed doors, you never know. But your source is very good, and I trust your source like you do. So I think it could be, and if it is, it's a good coup by Levy so that he can squeeze that money out of Bayern Munich, because he doesn't want to sell to Man United. He doesn't. He's already stated that. So. Yeah. Let's see what happens in the next day or two.
Yeah, and Jacob, look, do you think Levy's playing a dangerous game here? That he may say he may go to Bayern Munich, which the meeting is tomorrow, which I've been told. He may go to the president of Bayern Munich. You know what? Man United have offered me £100 million. Go on, you match it, you can have it. And Bayern Munich.
Yeah, also today, PSG has entered the race, and it's alleged that Kane doesn't want to go. But I'm sure Mrs. Kane, once she gets some of that France dining and gets to what else they got going on out there. I've never been to France, but I'm assuming baguettes and espressos, and it's going to be a good time. So I don't know. The money they could offer could be ridiculous should they get rid of Kylian Mbappe this summer as well. I think that's a domino that's kind of been waiting to fall in the market for strikers. Everyone, he was linked with Real Madrid until Kylian Mbappe came out and said, I'm not going to stay at PSG. So, this to me is something that it's kind of waiting to happen until Kane gets looked at by certain clubs. So I could see Bayern getting put to their back getting put to the wall, so to speak, on Friday, because if PSG is truly in the race saying, hey, I will match any offer that comes in, then absolutely use that as a bargaining tool to go ahead and push the deal. So I think it could happen. I don't know that tomorrow. It is his birthday tomorrow, I'm hearing. It is. Happy birthday. I mean, is that a birthday gift we're trying to give him? Is that I don't know that I'm emotionally ready. I know people give me a lot of grief because they say I'm emotionally attached to players, but you know what? I'm an emotional kind of guy, and I love Harry Kane for what he's done for the club. But £100 million, I'm snatching it up. I said last week, if you offer me £85 and it's all said and done right now, I'll take it. It gets because him going to United, that's a problem for us. Like, we're getting rid of money, yes, but then now he becomes something we have to force with twice in the league and potentially in both competitions, depending how that shakes out. So in reality, I don't want him to go to United. I don't want him to go to anywhere in the Premier League. It's fine if he goes to Bayern. We're not playing them in Champions League. It's fine if he goes to PSG. We're not playing them in the Champions League. We're going to be okay on that front. So, $100 million to get him out of the Prem. Okay, that's fine. I'll take it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jacob. I really do. I think I'd rather him go to Bayern Munich than Man United. But if Man United are the only ones, and Levy has always said, I won't accept anything less than £100 million. Well, if United put that on the table tomorrow, then Mr. Levy, it is time for you to show what you're truly made of. And if he turns down that, we have the problem of upsetting our star player. He may turn around and say, and also he's dummy of a brother, who may say, right, I ain't playing. He's done it before. We can't say he didn't with Man City move didn't go through when Nuno was in charge. So for them 3 games, he did down tools. So look, we've got. It's time to see if Levy's true to his word. Ben says, I'd rather sell him to United than treat us with respect until, unlike Bayern, who have dragged us through the mud in their press. Yeah, that is so true.
But you can't hinge a $100 million pound and transaction on the actions of one reporter for one media outlet. In my opinion, yes, they have acted atrociously. Uli Hoeneß, or whatever his name is. Trying to not say his name too many times because it might demonetize you for his name. But he lives true up to his name, and he came out talking all this and that about. I do think that they tried to bully us and back us into a corner. But you know what? We all knew it. Daniel Levy's not going to be one that's swayed by that. And guess what? The reports are coming out. They're willing to match a £100 million offer. So who won in that pissing contest? If you think about it, I say Levy. He got the asking price up. Right?
Yeah, that's so true. And
he was a very good footballer as well, Uli Hoeneß.
Yeah, I wonder if Philip Brady had something to do with it. He did actually private message the reporter last weekend after. He found him on Facebook and actually messaged him.
He did.
Who did?
Philip did.
Oh, Philip did? Did the guy write back?
I haven't asked him. I must ask him that, but he actually did it last week. He actually, we nearly fell off our chair. He told us live in the stream, Jacob, I nearly fell off the chair. And
that's hilarious. I mean, I did used to DM Adama Traore during the window, telling him to come to Spurs. So I've been known to DM my fair share of people as well.
Yeah. Well, look, guys, we're going to leave it there. We're going a bit longer than I thought I would, but it is a bit of breaking news. Jacob, look, thank you for popping on, man.
Yeah, man,
it's
thanks for having
lovely
me.
To see you.
Hanging out. My son was asleep. Perfect timing.
Yeah. So where can people find you, sir? And when are you on next? And we've got to get you on a proper podcast or a debate show for a proper show, Jacob.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's been far too long, sir. It's been far too long.
Absolutely. United Spurs of America right here. You can search on YouTube and you can find us there. At USpurs of A on Twitter. I'll have something tomorrow. I'll be going live tomorrow at some point for episode 21. Maybe I'll make episode 21 about Kulusevski and 21 problems that we have with Kulusevski. Maybe that'll be the theme of tomorrow.
21 dribbles.
Yeah, 21 dribbles and not one pass getting through. What are we doing here? But yeah, you can find me at United Spurs of America. I've been dropping some content at least once a day. I try to find the pocket of space in which I don't see anyone else on, and then I'll sneak in there. So you never know, if you're lurking around YouTube and you're searching for someone live, it could be me.
So Jacob is the YouTube ninja. See there?
Yeah. I like
as of lately, anyway.
As of lately. Now,
oh wait, Dad! Tomorrow's Friday, so it's going to be a call-in show. That's right. Tomorrow's pop-up. Thank you for reminding me, Ellie. It's going to be a pop-up with Jacob tomorrow. That's the call-in show that we do. I've been trying to do it on Fridays, so I think I'll.
You know, when I hear your pop-up music, I always do the shoulder action.
Hey, that's what it's about, Ellie. That's what it's about. Come on. Yeah, that's what it's about.
Yeah, I love that show.
Ellie, you're on in the morning.
Yeah, I'm on in the morning, so I haven't got much sleep to go now. So 9:15, me and Drula, my lovely niece, we're covering the England-Denmark women's game. Yeah, come on, the ladies. So please all tune in. 9:15, I'm going live, but 9:30 in the morning, British time, it goes live. So I think the Americans will be half asleep. But if you want to wake up and watch Ellie and Drula, please do, and tune in. That would be fantastic.
And then, of course, you, me, Ellie are back on at 4 tomorrow with Newsbeat. Well, more news, of course. And then me and Mr. Brady are on tomorrow night at a later time at 10 o'clock with our debate show tomorrow now. No, we'll probably go on at 9 for the debate now. It'll be me and somebody else. Philip will join us. And then on Saturday, we're going to do the podcast. Myself, Mr. Brady, and Mr. Irish Hotspur himself, Mr. David Harris, who's coming on Saturday to do our podcast. Carl's saying, stay on all night, Dermo. No, I need my sleep.
In 2 hours, it's going to be like Fabrizio tweeted, Harry Kane met with Uli Hoeneß before the meeting and said, happy birthday, and gave him a Harry Kane number 9 shirt, and everyone's going to need to go live about it. So no sleeping for the two of you. You got more work
Yeah.
to do, I'm sure, when it breaks.
Yeah, well, look, I was told this was going to drop tomorrow sometime. I thought, do you know what? I'm going to get on tonight and break it first. But this is the breaking news, guys. And these are unconfirmed reports. Well, I say unconfirmed to cover my ass. But I know these are pretty solid. This is pretty solid news that I've got, and I do trust my source. I back them all the way. Reports that 100 million were going for Kane from a Premier League club, Manchester United, to attempt to steal the English striker away from the much talked about move to Bayern Munich. It is not known if Kane will accept going to the Manchester club, but with his family and wife being pregnant, there is a high chance he may sign for the Red Devils and Ten Hag. Right. Coco 10 saying, Dermot, is there any buyback clause? I have asked the question. And that's the question I have asked on both deals, on the Munich deal and on the United deal. I have asked that question. I think there will be. But Jacob, there will be. There has to be.
Banker.
Jacob, thank you so much for coming on, sir.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I tell you, this man below is a perfect gentleman. Always, I got the time of day from. Really lovely. I miss our Saturday fan shows, Jacob. I hope they come back for the new season because I did.
Yeah, the call-ins, man. We gotta get them going. Well, tomorrow, come on. If y'all are available whenever I go live, it might be like in the evening for y'all. So if you ain't up to anything on your Friday night, you want to call in, I'll have the pop-up show going on. So feel free to come on at any time if you can.
Yeah,
Jacob, everyone get over to United Spurs of America, a brilliant channel with two brilliant hosts and a really lovely people as well to boot. Please go and see Ellie in the morning, her and her niece Jarula. Big up Jarula, as she can see if the Lionesses can roar more in the World Cup, as the Irish girls have one more game to play and they're going home. So let's see if England can go on and meet Brazil in the final. We're back up for me and Ellie, and then me and Philip are back on tomorrow night. Wow. I need my bed after that. But big up, everyone. God bless you. Come on, you Spurs. Hang on, let me take that. Big up, Jarula. She says, I need my beauty sleep. Thanks, guys, for the great show. Up early tomorrow, as mentioned by the Queen. Night all. Harry Kane, will he stay? We'll always end with Fred. So we're going to end with Fred, as we always do.
I love
now,
it.
This is... Now, I'm not going to do it as Harry Kane or anything. This is Kylian Mbappe as he sees... Like Daniel Levy saying to him, would you like to come to Spurs? There you go.
Was that a maybe?
Yeah, that is a maybe.
Okay.
That was Kane's missus as well in the background.
Well, on that bunch of breaking news, good night. God bless. Hope you have a
good night, everybody.
Sweet dreams.
Have your Horlicks.
In Ange we trust.
In Ange.